Mark79 says, sending my condolences to you and Hulk's friend Eric. What are your earliest memories of Hulk's aura when you signed him for WCW? That's a buzzword right now, Eric. The aura.
It's because of the ring.
ve-
It's the marketing.
yes,
It's the ring thing, right? Everybody's got the aura going on.
very few people had the aura of Hulk Hogan. He had a presence when he walked in a room, but it's one thing to see that on TV. It's another to actually experience it. You mentioned when you were traveling in the mid '90s and you'd go international, it was just crazy. Can you tell us the first time you remember being overwhelmed with Hulk Hogan's aura and all that that brought with him in public?
It really struck me probably in our very first meeting. I was at the Disney, I think we were at the Yacht Club, and he was filming Thunder in Paradise. I was filming WCW Worldwide. We had talked once or twice over the phone and decided to meet for dinner. And I was obviously excited about it, um, and nervous. I wanted it to go well. Didn't want to say the wrong thing. I was new at it, so I was learning kind of as I went. But I was excited, and I kind of, I knew Hulk Hogan was a major star. It wasn't like I was surprised at that. That's why I was excited to talk to him. But here's the difference between Hulk and any other celebrity, whether it's an athlete or an actor or actress or a wrestler. Hulk would walk into a room, as we talked about earlier, 6'6", 6'7", whatever he was. When he was filming Thunder in Paradise, he was down to like 260. They wanted him to lean out, right? So he wasn't the big, imposing 1984 Hulk Hogan, but he was still a monster, right? So when he'd walk into right now, we're at a Disney hotel, so you can only imagine what that looked like at dinner time. Right? It was crowded, and kids and adults. And Hulk walked in. I got there first. I was sitting there, and I just ordered a glass of water, whatever it was. And I see Hulk coming into the restaurant, and just everybody stopped what they were doing. Again, it's not like he's going to walk through the restaurant and you're not going to notice him. It's like a big fluorescent light. And Hulk sat down, and we went through our, the pleasantries, hey, how you doing? Glad we can finally meet. Oh, this is going to be awesome. What do you want for dinner? You want a glass of wine? Whatever. Just a normal kind of conversation. Within about 2 minutes is when the people started coming up to the table. Now, this is the part that I noticed. This is what separated Hulk from everybody else that I had still to this day ever really been around. When people would come up, and the first thing they would say is, I used to hate hearing this when people would say it. Excuse me, Hulk, I don't mean to interrupt. In my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, but you are. I'm trying to have a business meeting here. My future's sitting across the table from me, and you want an autograph sign. That's what I'm thinking, right? But I kept my mouth shut and just smiled. Hulk was so engaging. Like, he'd carry on conversations. I'm thinking, you can just give the guys autographs so we can keep talking business here, He wouldn't rush people. He made you feel like you were important. It's and he was so disciplined about that. I mean, he was militant about it. Like, if he saw another wrestler brushing off a fan, or saw people signing autographs and elite people standing in line because they got to catch a flight or whatever, or whenever that happened to him, because it did, he would be livid. He hated when people were standing in line waiting for an autograph and he didn't have the time to not only sign the autograph, but to have a conversation with him. His aura, and I think this is the point I'm struggling. I'm sorry, I'm just not as sharp this morning as I was hoping I would be. When I've been around a lot of other celebrities, big ones, athletes, whatever, actors, actresses, and they'll sign autographs, they'll smile, they'll take a picture, but they don't engage. They don't make you feel important. They don't make you feel like he was grateful that you came up and asked for an autograph. And that's one of the reasons that Hulk, I think, one of the reasons why he was so beloved, is he was approachable. Yeah, he was Hulk Hogan. He was larger than life. Oh my gosh, he's a human cartoon. Hey, it looks like something that walked off a Marvel comic book. But he was so human and down to earth. And there was no, I'm a star barrier. There was no pretense. He related to people that were like him growing up. He related to kids. He knew how, we talked about this often. He knew how important it was to make eye contact. It's a lesson that I've learned. It's one of the reasons when I go to a convention, I don't just sit there and sign and hand them a picture and sign and hand. I'm going to have a conversation with you, whether you want to have it or not. We're going to have a conversation. And I learned that from Hulk. No matter how inconvenient it was, and believe me, it's happened thousands of times in the 30 years that I've known Hulk, I've never seen him not go the extra mile, not just to sign an autograph, but to make the person asking for it feel important.
Well said, Eric. Brian Fry is with us here live. He says, "Hey, Eric and Conrad, Eric, you and Hulk are such a big part of my childhood, and it's hard seeing a part of that leave. Eric, when WCW went out, what were you and Hulk's conversations about Vince buying WCW? Did you have conversations about
Zero.
Vince? Never came up.
I mean, nothing happened so fast. It was, 1 minute I'm on a beach drinking a Mai Tai, getting ready to fly home to take over WCW with Brian Badal and Steve Greenberg. And 20 minutes later, I'm not. And shortly thereafter, Vince got it. So it all happened so fast. And I don't recall us talking about it, to be honest.
Zol Lopez says, for fans who are struggling with ways to honor their childhood hero, what are some ideas you could provide, Eric? Would you recommending watching Hulk's movies or matches or taking their vitamins? Prayers to you and your family. What is a fitting way today for us all to celebrate the incredible Hulk Hogan?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do later on today. I'm going to get through this in one piece. So I'll have perhaps a different perspective on things later today and be more willing to do what I'm going to suggest. But for me, I want to go back and watch his early stuff. I want to go back and watch Inoki and Hulk. I want to go back and watch some of his early matches and appreciate how far he came. I want to go back and watch him in the beginning. That's what I'm going to do. But I think, everybody's got a different relationship, or more importantly, a different memory, the things that stand out to them. And a lot depends on how old you were at the time and what your relationship was with professional wrestling at the time. As your kid, it's one thing. As you get into your teens, it's a little different. And then as an adult, it's even more different. So it kind of depends where you fall on that spectrum or that timeline. But for me, I'm just going to go back and watch some of his early stuff. I want to hear his early promos. I saw a couple of those this morning and it brought a smile to my face. So that's what I'm going to do.
Don't we all love summer vacation, relaxing, laying out by the pool, barbecues, hitting the beach, doing, nothing? Well, how about a summer vacation from your house payments? With SaveWithConrad.com, you can do just that. Reduce your monthly payments by making the equity you built up in your home work for you. You can roll together those high interest rate credit cards into one lower monthly payment and perhaps access some of that newfound equity to turn your house into your dream home with no money out of pocket. And how about this? You get to skip your next 2 house payments. That's right. You won't have to make your June or your July house payment. You're done until August 1st. Go right now to SaveWithConrad.com. Let my team run the numbers for you for free. There's no obligation, and if we can't help you save some cash, we won't waste your time. And did I mention we're offering a 3-year guarantee right now? That's right. That means if at any point interest rates improve over the next 3 years, you get a free refi. That's right. No new lender fees from us. So you get to save money now without wasting money later when the rates improve on a whole second set of closing costs. Why not go to SaveWithConrad.com and get a guarantee? Save money now and save money later with your friend in the mortgage business. That's me, Conrad Thompson at SaveWithConrad.com. Shoot me an email at Conrad@SaveWithConrad.com. Give us a call at 888-425-0105 or get yourself a quick quote. Even talk to a live person right now at SaveWithConrad.com. NMLS number 2129, equal housing lender. Let's take a summer vacation from house payments at SaveWithConrad.com.